question for you tonight. What do you think is the most important issue facing Jacksonville today?
Let's take a look at the numbers tonight. According to a new UNF poll, 45% of registered voters said crime. You see that over there in the red. This has been the top issue for the last 5 years. Here in the yellow, 16% said education and 13% said downtown redevelopment.
And to address the crime front, voters were asked if they approve or disapprove of how Sheriff Mike Williams is handling the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. So let's take a look at that. Overall, 45% say they approve. Now, if you break that down, 15% said they strongly approve, 30% say somewhat approve, and on the other side, disapprove. 40% in all. Breaking that down, 21% say somewhat disapprove and 19% strongly disapproved of Sheriff Mike Williams' job. 16% in this poll from UNF didn't know.
On the education front, when asked about the half-cent sales tax increase, 49% of registered voters said they strongly approved if the funds went specifically to upgrade or replace aging schools. Now, you also have 17% here in the blue who strongly oppose the increase. So what about this half-cent sales tax?
Now, what could it mean for Jacksonville residents, and will there be a special vote about that?
Alex Osiris is on your side tonight, breaking this topic down.
Breaking down those numbers, seeing that there's an overwhelming majority for this half-cent sales tax, but not necessarily for who's proposing it. And the man who's collecting all of the data for UNF says that didn't come as much of a surprise. Cracks in the floors, stains on the ceiling, and this structure built inside a classroom to keep it from falling in. Duval County Public Schools saying this is the reason why the district needs more than $1 billion to fund repairs and building projects, including 28 new schools, explaining their cost to play catch-up with maintenance totaling more than $5 million a year. The half-cent sales tax stalled with the city, but a new poll from the University of North Florida shows support for the funding method is overwhelming. Out of more than 1,200 surveyed, 86% of Democrats and 60% of Republicans are in favor. UNF professor Michael Binder explains.
This is some of the highest support we've seen, but that's also ties into the second part of this, is it's also tied to a specific issue.
The poll also looking at job performance of Superintendent Diana Green. Total approval sitting at 40%. Binder says that that's valuable information for voters.
It's valuable for local officials to understand. It's also valuable for citizens to get a sense of where
the On Your Side team reached out to DCPS for an updated comment, but didn't hear back by our deadline. However, in an interview earlier this month, the superintendent explained what the district faces if they don't get the money.
We will continue to be reactionary, and at a point in time, the board will have to make some very challenging decisions.
And as of now, it may be 2020 before it reaches the ballot. A special board meeting set for Monday morning. That's when board members will go line by line, seeing how much those schools in need will have to get. Reporting from DCPS headquarters, Alex Osiris, First Coast News, On Your Side.